Welcome to the No One Cares podcast. This is Elban. I'm Pierre, Piotr, Maciej. We have stage names, but for now, let's just roll with that. We are No One Leaves from Gdańsk, Poland. It's freezing outside. I can see my breath as I talk. Here in northern Poland, it's pretty damn cold still and a lot of snow. Anyway, this is not a weather report. This is a podcast. What did you guys get up to this last week? Maciej?
Not much, but we've met on the weekend.
That's true, we did.
We've met on the weekend at my place, and we are. That was our first take in trying to composing something, and I think it went pretty well.
In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah. We achieved to record one full track as a draft of it, and I think it sounds great. So I agree. My weekend was great.
Likewise, mine too. Elban, your last week. How did it go?
My last week, a lot of work with organizing our next show.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of technical info for bands, discussing some things with the venue that we are playing in.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of like administrating this event, yeah.
Actually, and we have to talk about putting a little rider together because we did Kazan from Bydgoszcz were really cool last time. So they've set a very high standard. So now we need to meet it, if not top it, go and exceed above. On that note, next concert is January 29th at?
Yeah, Doki 4. It's the new name for Wydział Remontowy, I think. Legendary place for Gdańsk.
Legendary indeed.
Yeah, when we talk about the local scene, local rock, metal scene, alternative music.
Absolutely. It's on my bucket list for sure. Heads Will Hang and Kazan and yours truly, No One Leaves. It's a Thursday night, but it's going to be amazing. There's a special guest who will be appearing with us because, we don't actually have a fifth guitar player. Auditioning is still going on the process. We auditioned someone today. Looking good, but we are still auditioning. So details in the comments. Keep an eye on that. Piotr, your last week. You're falling asleep. Is it that cold, really?
Yeah, it's because of a cold. But
yeah,
for me, the last week was full of the work around the Go Giga. Like technically, there's much going on right now. But from the funny stuff, I was in Puławy at that weekend. So
where's Puławy?
Puławy it's next to Warsaw.
What were you doing in Puławy?
Yeah, I was visiting my friend. Like I was with my girlfriend, and like musically, we created our own playlist. So it was OPEV, like some death metal, some smooth jazz, some rock. Like it was very distinguished. Like at one moment you had Decapitated with screams and blast beats, and the next track was like some Sinatra singing, about love and Christmas.
Interesting. Just on that note, because I want to continue with this, everything you see here today and all around you, and in all regards, is powered by Go Giga, the best database for live music, finding live music in Poland. How is the politics there in terms of like deciding on what goes into a playlist? Is it like 1-1 or like do you roll a dice? How do you go about it?
Yeah, that was really fun because we decided that we go from A to Z and we put the name of the band, like one of the tracks of the band, and for example band is on letter A, so we put it there. So then we go to the B. So whether the track name starts with the letter or the band name starts with that letter, we put it there. So each of us put their list, and we then shuffle it.
The shuffle is always very useful in that regard. Actually, this brings us to a topic that we were kind of chatting about earlier. How do you discover new music? Maciej, how do you find new music?
To be honest, recently I have a big problem in that matter because I don't think I've discovered new music for some time. And I stopped using Spotify.
Oh, really?
Don't use Spotify. It pays artists shit. Use Tidal. It's not a paid commercial, but Tidal pays us much better for our music each time it's listened to. And the Tidal's algorithms of recommending music are much, much worse than Spotify's. So I stopped discovering new music for some time. But in general, the last time I used to discover new music, it was because of the Spotify.
Yeah.
And the recommendation it provided me because of the stuff I listened to before.
Okay. So using Tidal comes with the compromise of not having the algorithm to...
Yeah.
Elbun, you were talking about something before about this search for new music. Like, how do you kind of curate the way you look for stuff?
My way to do it is like when I know some bands, and I listen to some bands when I like their music. Maybe some band that I listen to put some new album. I check what record label put this because for me, record labels are the people that run them. They have some specific taste, and if I like the music that they put in the record label, I want to check what other bands or what other artists they put in their label.
Yeah.
So this is my way to find some new music.
So can you name few of those labels and attach them to let some kind of style of music?
Yeah. So Season of Mist. 20 Backspin, Dark Descent Production, Extremely Rotten Records.
Like the speaker.
Also not these ones were the metal ones. I mostly do it on Bandcamp because the bands are also having the profiles on the Bandcamp, but also record labels are here. Okay. And they have like the discography of the record labels. So like you have from the oldest things that they released to the newest. So you can like check if you like some music from some band, some artist, check their record label. Maybe you find something new that you would like, maybe.
Actually, guys, I heard that Bandcamp is the first to ban the AI music.
Right.
What do you think about this?
Considering the kind of music we play.
It's the opposite. Like, we are DIY, almost DIY.
Well, I mean, look, I don't know how you guys want to weigh in on this. This is an interesting question because the thing about art and music is that there's no right way to compose, right? So theoretically, if someone wants to use AI to generate something, I mean, there shouldn't be a rule about that. But as you pointed out, Bandcamp is quite literally Bandcamp, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they are very friendly for artists and bands. And I think the banning the AI music is like the next step to show it. Like, because Spotify is... they are making money of this generated AI music, and I don't know if Bandcamp is the first that they're banning this, but I think they are.
Yeah.
Because a lot of streaming platforms are making money of this because they hasn't have to pay the artist.
Like, man, how can you compare creating AI music to anything else? Like,
I know it's controversial.
Like, man, literally buy your instrument, learn to play on this. You have to spend on this many years, even though you are creating the electronic music and you don't know how to play instruments. You still have to know how the music theory works.
Yeah.
To some extent. And prompting music with lyrics, I'm not judging it's bad, but I totally support the Bandcamp banning such music, because Bandcamp is for bands, not for some, I don't know, prompted music. Like,
yeah, if a platform allowed as much resource or funding towards an AI prompt or whatever, as opposed to actual musicians, flesh and bone musicians.
Man, even the DJs, I don't know what's the state right now, but DJs were not called musicians, and they are putting more effort than prompting anything. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, there is still an art form or a kind of a creative process in terms of, transitioning from one song into another, or matching beats and
tempo and
Yeah,
the key.
Wow.
you have to know what you're doing. So
absolutely.
it's like not playing music from computer.
Just going back on this way of discovering new music, I'm curious. So El Bunbury at Bandcamp. I mean, I use Spotify. I have to say, Tidal. I actually have never heard of Tidal.
No.
I've heard of like Pandora Radio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tidal, I haven't. What other platforms are there?
For me, musically, I don't use platforms to discover new music.
Okay.
For me, it's more organic.
Okay.
Like, I don't discover much music, but when I do discover something, I sometimes listen for it. It's like called to listen. Like, for example,
Okay.
like literally, sometimes I like some album and I listen to it almost every day. Like Rediscovered in Flames that I mentioned on our first podcast. But other than this, sometimes I go to the gig and I discover some bands by accident because they are supporting someone someone else.
Yeah.
Or I will go randomly to one of the pubs I know and I discover some music by random. Or someone will recommend me some music. That's my way. It's like, it's hard for me to attach to any music from Spotify and get emotional about it, because there is so much things to explore, and at some point everything sounds the same. For me, going to the gig is much more stronger, much more memorable for me than listening it on a Spotify.
I agree.
I remember that I discovered this emo band which played with Zespół Sztylety. I don't remember the name, but we will put this into the description anyway. And the vocalist was like destroyed by life. And he took off his phone and he told, guys, I couldn't remember the lyrics. I'm just gonna sing them while reading them. and he looked like this. He was very young, but you could tell that he gone through a lot, and that was sad, of course, but authentic. That their songs were full of pain. It wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
Like, it was very, the different experience than the technical death metal when we are playing the 1 million of notes perfectly. That was a different experience. That was, more emotionally based and human.
Yeah, totally.
Human oriented.
The point is, you would have the only way you could have experienced that was actually seeing the band performing live. Yeah, it's something that you couldn't. I don't know the band you're referring to, but I'm guessing that you would not have been able to have experienced the same thing listening on Spotify.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why I didn't think about discovering new music through concerts. It is
because it's time consuming.
No. I mean, when you asked me, I didn't think about this as a first option. It now to me, it enlightened me when Piotr started to talk about it. But yeah, in fact, when we play with somebody or when I go to a concert to consume music, I especially the supporting bands are something that I don't know before in most cases, and then in the end, for example, we the let's say previous squad of No One Leaves, we went together to see. Man, I don't even remember the headliner, but I remember the first supporting band, which is the Hangman's Chair.
Okay.
Such a massive inspiration for me, like maybe bad psychedelic, depressive, stoner playing. But I remember, man, that it's when I close my eyes, I see it so clearly that the bassist there made something, even though he did not play anything complicated. The way he performed with those simple few notes he he was using. His appearance on the stage was like he owned the lower registers of what they are presenting,
right.
and that was like, that was something.
It was louder than what was coming through
Yeah,
the
yeah,
PA,
yeah. It was super memorable, and he acted like he owns the bass.
Yeah.
And there
Super
are
cool.
you discover that there are some things that we cannot simply record.
Yeah.
We can show our recordings, but we cannot sell our souls.
Yeah, exactly.
we can do this only while performing. Which reminds me of some of the musicians that were like, they were so oriented around the performance that it has to be perfect, that it has to be, they were not having fun at all of performance. They were trying to act perfect. Like, and we are humans, and like we are not perfect.
I'm saying I agree a lot, but I fully agree with that. And I guess that is also why, the whole backing track thing and all that is also kind of disappointing for me, because I really crave just something authentic. What's the name of this? Not Nothing Face. Nothing Face? There's like a metalcore band called... Damn it.
We'll check that out.
We'll put this in the
It's killing
description.
me. You would know the name.
We'll research.
But anyway, like I watched the performance, and for sure they did really well, and the singer was great. But like, I don't know, literally everything was just running through. Everything was obviously running through a rack and was perfectly synced with MIDI changes and everything, and it was just like, it sounded too good to be live.
Man, like 10 years ago, I had like some feeling that most of the emotions from the recordings has been replaced by the word dope. Something sounds
something's
dope.
Yeah.
It's not sad. It's not touching. It's not happy. It's dope.
Yeah.
Even metalcore like Emmure, it's dope.
Yeah. That's a very hip hop kind of term.
So,
right?
by the way,
Not that there's anything wrong with hip hop.
By the way, I like.
It's a producer word. Actually,
I like Emmure and Dope DOD. So
yeah.
So you mean by that
I don't mean it's
flat-
bad thing, but most of the things
You
are
mean
dope.
by that the flattering of the emotions, like dope is like the not such as a deep emotion as like a
something
sadness
sounds
or
cool, not
Yeah.
it's not touching. Like it's another topic, but
It's
like
a producer term. I feel like it's a
Yeah.
producer term that's like, sounds good, sounds really, it's dope. It's
Like-
what does it even mean?
Let's go radical then. I think for me the word dope is the same as interesting. If somebody
It's like
finds something pleasing, he says it's dope or interesting, and in the end it's just about lack of the words to describe the feelings that are hiding behind
man.
yeah.
It reminds me of the Polish word. You know which one?
I'm afraid that I don't.
When you don't know what to say, but you want to say something flattering, it's fajny.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fajny.
thought of-
Nobody knows
I
what
thought
does
of
it mean.
pyta.
Like pita is more exciting, but fajny is like
Yeah.
I don't know what is.
And
It's pretty neutral, but it's just above good.
Yeah.
It's well, yeah.
Pierre, how do you discover new music?
How do you do?
How do you do you?
How do
Do
you
you
do?
That's a really good question. I think it's just talking with people. I mean, how many bands has Elban told me about it since I've been with you guys? I think it's kind of word of mouth primarily, and then I like the idea of saying, "Have you heard this band? It sounds like this," like as opposed to saying, it's metalcore or it's death metal or it's whatever, black metal. Like actually talking to someone and getting them to like identify specific things. I like that. And then I like to go and listen to those bands or whatever is recommended and see if I can hear those things as well. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think that's the primary thing.
by the way,
Yeah.
I wanted to add something. You said about the new bands from talking with people.
Yes.
In terms of this, I have one friend Damian Łapiński. Hello, Damian. Maybe you're watching. He showed me a lot of bands and record labels.
Right.
And like he gave me the tools to seek new music. My friends. So like
Right.
yeah. Before that, I was using metal archives, but when you don't know what to seek for,
Yeah.
you don't have the tools to seek. So when somebody like open you for new things, like Damian opened me for some new music, some new labels.
Yeah.
So like the chat with somebody could be like mind changing experience.
Well, I think that again, like that's the reason why we're kind of doing what we're doing. I mean, we're doing it so that people can know about the music we're creating. But I mean, for me, it's genuinely like I do enjoy recommending things.
Okay.
I enjoy. I think I like constructive conversations where you can.
Yeah, you know, actually, I remember that how I discovered more than 10 years ago my favorite band, which is the Chariot. I just typed in mathcore in Google search at that time because I was looking for similar bands like Dillinger Escape Plan or Psyopus.
Okay. I don't know Psyopus.
Psyopus is extreme mathcore. It has a lot of tapping and all the stuff. I don't know if they exist anymore, but like it's very similar to Dillinger Escape Plan, but more technical.
Yeah, right.
It's like their guitarist is crazy. The drummer is out of this world. But I discovered the Chariot, which this is how I discovered. They are not playing mathcore in particular, but they have some mathcore elements. They are playing mostly hardcore, some experimental maybe. They are combining some different things from the music. Yeah, I remember that I was looking for a genre,
like searching kind of based on a genre.
Yeah, or YouTube. I remember the YouTube that I discovered. Mothers. That's not a metal music at all. It's more like I don't know how to even some indie rock. Anyway,
another topic I wanted to bring up for today in this episode is the whole question about longevity in music. How long bands can really stick it out before something happens. It would appear, or at least in my opinion, that a lot of bands, especially nowadays, are splitting before anything actually really happens. So the question I pose to you guys is, why do bands split so early? Maciej?
You know, I've been in a few bands.
Yeah.
I've spent over 10 years playing in different bands, trying to form some bands.
Yeah.
And in general, I think the problem is there's, let's say, big expectations and lots of let's say, motivation in the beginning. But when, you know, it's not a trouble to compose some music, to meet the people, to gather the people, find a place, get all the stuff needed, start playing. That's not the problem. The problem is what comes after. And that's my experience. So once the band hits the first big struggle or obstacle, this is where the, let's say, fun begins. From my perspective and my experience, I think the biggest problem for the bands is how can they stay together as the same group of people. The problem starts when, you know, there is some internal conflict in a band, and if there is not, you know, if people are immature and cannot talk about emotions and conflict and be quite, you know, responsible, then it getting all messed up and they are parting ways in most cases. So I would say that's my experience, and also the motivation. From my perspective, the motivation grows with after each concert or after each bigger achievement. But once you are in the, let's say, the worst phases, when there's nothing coming out, no new releases, no concerts, or when you are in the phase of composing or planning or preparing for something bigger, this is where where it hits you the hardest, because the motivation is at its lowest. I think not many bands can maintain as they used to after such a conflict.
You said as they used to. So do you think that now in the 21st century,
No,
in
no,
2026?
No, I meant more like, in the beginning, it's the enthusiasm. There's a lots of enthusiasm in the beginning.
Okay.
So once it's gone, it's where the problem
Yeah,
starts.
that's very interesting what you said, because I see this in that way, that we as a people are emotion driven, and someone mistakes the motivation with like some purpose.
Yeah.
Because of course at the first stages of whatever it is, like playing an instrument, like starting a band, starting a new things, it's emotionally strong and motivating. And what divides these bands which are successful or not successful is this maturity that you can distinguish between motivation and discipline.
Yeah.
Because most of the bands are created by people which lacks the discipline. They are just motivated by emotions, that I feel comfortable now, it's super exciting, now it's super fun, it's effortless because I start from a certain level. That's the reason from my point of view. The emotionally being an adult, actually, I can accept that there are some stuff that I don't want to do in general, and generally such things will come. But on the other hand, that's good if some musicians quit, because if you constantly are doing the thing that you are not like, if you just like to play in your basement or play gigs, just go to the jam session, you can go for it. Yeah. But running a band is like running an own business. It's not like I will just compose and everyone will be happy about my music. It's not like this. We just need to be mature about some stuff.
Yeah, also I think persistent. I have a hypothesis for all those years of being in a band, that what divides big bands from small bands in the end is that the small bands cease to exist, and the big bands, no matter what the obstacle comes at them, they somehow manage.
They conquer
Everything that is thrown at them, they somehow manage and they move on. The persistence is
discipline.
The discipline, the persistence, yeah. Because the motivation, you wake up on Monday, there's a motivation. You wake up on Tuesday and there's none, but you need to keep on going. Yeah, there's a responsibility, consistency you need to upkeep, and I also think ego is a big part, that big party pooper in all this. Lots of musicians, we know that. We know people. We play with other musicians. We know that from ourselves. That ego is a big part of creativity somehow. And it's really hard sometimes to make this ego restrained in a cage. Absolutely. So it's not spoiling the productivity for the guys you were working with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, and actually, this is the other thing too, because we've had this conversation a lot of times with these candidates coming in to play guitar. To some of them, it's clear, to others not, but you've always pointed out that whole thing about 5% of what we do is music, and the creative process, which is unfortunate, but it's realistic, especially now that we've taken on a podcast and a whole bunch of things. That 5% of what we do is actually the music and playing the concerts. The other 95% of it is how much, obviously, you put in at home, but then there's other things like, upkeep of the studio space. For me, it's video editing. For Elban, it's, whatever the graphical requirements are of the time. Yeah. And
everything you don't see, that's behind the scenes. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's why it's called behind the scenes.
Yeah, and I don't know how you guys look at it, but for me, those 5% of the music, let's say, music-related stuff, is the reward for the 95. Yeah. I put to the pot.
Yeah, totally.
This is like the most fun thing to do in bands. So like, this is what we are doing this for, and I think mostly. We are,
But
we are putting all the effort to like achieve that, like playing stuff for people like live or just like I also like playing rehearsals, like coming with friends and play some stuff.
Yeah, I like playing in Pub Torpeda also, man.
So if you're not from Gdańsk, Pub Torpeda is a very small venue. It's basically like in this communist era, like community center, and
but not to be sarcastic enough, like Pub Torpeda is really improving.
And
it's cool.
It sounds better, it looks better, so
and it's
great crowd.
Maybe it will change its infamous vibe.
Yeah, and it's very cool place for bands that are small, they're starting or something, because they don't charge anything for playing, and they're like they have the dates for gigs. Like sometimes you have to like plan 1/2 of a year to play somewhere, and Torpeda is like next month you can play there.
And it's great.
It's not so big.
Waiting time.
Yeah.
And it's great such places still exist.
For me, the crowd, that's the best crowd in the Tri-City. Young and very enthusiastic. Like, people talk a lot of crap about young music fans and stuff, but I don't care. Like, the Torpeda crowd are awesome.
You know, the only better crowd we had in Carnivale in Sopot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the bestest.
The bestest. Carnivale, they don't do metal or rock gigs now, I think. They don't.
Actually, I remember that we had to do everything by ourselves.
The
sound mixing, the engineering, our
Carnivale is more, I think, DJ electronic music oriented. The guy who runs it wanted to like check it out, maybe if metal rock music bangs there, and I think there was some good concerts there. Our concert, maybe.
Yeah,
the Hail the Seeker was also playing there with I don't remember which one. Yeah, there was some gigs, but I think they're more electronic music, EDM oriented.
I know this is people watching and listening to this who are not from the Tri-City are scratching their heads, but this is a very cool venue, which is kind of like, well, it's Carnival, so it's kind of crazy evil clown themed and very psychedelic, lots of cool lights and stuff. I would like to play at Carnivale, so
we could.
It's not on my bucket list, but I'm making a note now.
And there's a couch next to stage.
That's the most important.
And they are very close to Sopot train station. It's like you go out and go in the club.
I don't know if it's the cold weather or whether it's just been a very long day, but I'm starving. On that note, has anyone seen the YouTube channel Mythical Kitchen?
Yeah. With Last Meal with Christoph Waltz.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz was on there.
The actor from Inglourious Basterds and Django Unchained and a few other Hollywood.
So my question is this: what is your last meal? If you knew your time had come and you had one opportunity for a final meal, what would it be?
Okay.
My choice, I think sushi.
Oh yes. Okay.
I love sushi.
So what specifically? Let's get specific, because sushi is a whole spectrum of Japanese.
I don't know the specific name for it, but I like the ones with these are in tempura with salmon
salmon.
Salmon and tempura sushi is like, this is my taste.
Nice one. I like nigiri. Nigiri? Yes, nigiri. Which I think nigiri is the one with the rice and they put the thing on top. That's nigiri.
Yeah.
And unagi. Do you know what unagi is?
I don't remember.
Vengoj. In English, eel. Unagi sushi is amazing. Like, if you ever have an opportunity, I highly recommend it. I don't know. Have any of you guys ever had eel before?
I don't eat anything that lived in the water. Because of the smell.
You haven't eaten fish?
I don't eat fish. I don't eat shrimps, anything that lived in the water.
That's.
Do you drink water?
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I drink water.
I'm sorry to hear that, but But on that note, okay.
But Elban, that's gonna be your last meal. Go crazy. So sushi, and what?
Last meal.
Sushi with what?
Hardcore sushi.
Oh gosh, I don't know the name in the English.
Po polsku, we can...
Tatar.
Tatar, yeah, tatar is tatar.
Yeah. So
It's
tatar.
the same in English.
So tatar, yeah.
So beef, like beef tatar or salmon tatar?
Beef tatar.
Mm.
Yeah.
So just in case, surely you're cultured enough out there. If you're watching this, if you're from the States or you've checked the stats recently, there's still people from the States.
Yeah, the most of the people that were watching us.
Just in case you don't know, because I know Americans love to fry the shit out of everything. Sorry, but it's true. We have KFC here. Beef tartare is finely chopped raw meat.
Yeah.
Well, specifically beef. And you can get it here in the supermarkets in Poland. Usually you crack a raw egg on top. And what else do you have?
There's onion and
pickled. Yeah, and the egg is only the
yolk.
The yolk, yeah.
Only the yellow thing.
Without the białko.
Without the white, the egg white.
Yeah.
White. Sorry, I have to say this, but I love beef tartare. But every time I eat beef tartare, I get a massive headache afterwards.
Oh.
I don't know why, because I love it, but like it's the compromise, right? It's like that's the thing. Last meal, Piotr.
Okay, so mine would be a bit tricky because I was thinking about this today. My last
You
meal.
were thinking about your last meal today.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I was listening to death metal, so I was thinking that soon I would have to pick my last meal.
Oh my goodness.
So my last meal wouldn't be that obvious because I was thinking about this. It would be a bunch of the things that I am not supposed to eat.
Right.
Because of my medical conditions that I will have always. It has something to the skin.
Okay.
So if tomorrow won't make it up and I won't wake up, so I would eat some different types of pistachios or how it's called, the
Nuts?
Yeah,
Really?
the all kind of nuts because I cannot eat them.
Yeah.
The chocolate, the chocolate.
So yesterday when you were eating, we had a video call yesterday. So yesterday when you were eating I don't know what kind of nuts those were, but you were eating nuts with a wasabi coating.
Yeah, I would eat 5 kilograms of them, man.
But you were not supposed to eat them, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
Okay. I didn't know that about you.
But hang on, is it the wasabi that you're not supposed to eat or
No.
the actual nut or
The nuts.
Cashew. You were
Like,
eating cashew.
I shouldn't eat them that much. Maybe
Right.
maybe the amount that I ate yesterday won't be that painful, but man, like
Are you allergic to nuts or?
no, it has something to skin.
Right.
Like it's not
okay.
allergy.
Okay,
It's
I get.
some fungus and stuff.
Yeah.
And especially I would finish with the Lay's Strong, like my favorite
So
chips.
As in the chips.
Yeah,
So
Lay's strong.
Lay's Strong. Yes, that's
The chili ones, right.
How they called? They are spicy ones.
Okay, right.
the chili spicy with lime, I believe.
Yeah.
They are.
So
fucking-
what you are trying to say to me that your last meal would be all the type of nuts and Lay's strong
and chocolate.
and chocolate. Sorry.
And probably I just have to go to the grocery to see all the stuff I don't see anymore because I don't consider them edible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
but sushi is great also.
I make
Nuts also.
Okay, guys. So to make that the answer full, Elban, let's get back to you for a second.
Yeah.
To drink what? What would you drink with that?
Could it be the alcohol?
Everything, man. Everything you wish.
Okay,
That's your last meal.
So I don't know how to. Also, what is the name of it in English?
po polsku.
The honey that
Honey?
you can drink. The
Mead.
mead. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I like non-alcoholic mead actually.
And we just a fun fact: in Poland, we have one of the best ones
Perłowa?
in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We have one of the best meats worldwide.
I think we have the long tradition.
Very long tradition.
Yeah, totally.
And there are
Making nice,
competition that Polish meat wins from time to time,
Actually,
but
no.
on regular basis.
Actually, you know that in 18 or 19 even century, when you were a chłop, pańszczyźniany,
Peasant.
peasant.
peasant, you had to drink the certain amount of alcohol. You have to buy the alcohol from your master, let's say, or not drink it, just buy it. And if you did not buy the certain amount of this alcohol, they were like suing you for it, and they were
like taxing you or something?
taxing you for this alcohol, and they spill it next to your door. And that's how alcoholism in Poland started.
The fact that you had to drink the minimum amount.
Yeah.
God.
But
They actually made the alcoholics out of the
I
Polish
think
people.
also a lot of people were drinking like alcohol beverages like wine, beer, meat because the water was
contaminated.
Was contaminated. And
Yeah,
better
so it was
quality
safer.
drink, yeah.
It was safer.
It was
to
safer,
drink
yes.
cheaper wines than
Yeah.
water. Yeah. So Piotr, what would you drink to your last meal?
Probably it would be some experimental drinks. If not, it would be Sex on the Beach. I really like this one.
Okay, great.
It's everything which has sugar that I cannot.
Hang on, wait. So when you say experimental, what do you mean? Like,
I don't know. Just do me the glass of every drink you can imagine. Like as a bartender.
Okay.
Like I will try all of them.
Okay.
you will be wasted at the end of the.
What's the
tasting.
problem? There's no tomorrow.
Exactly.
There's no hangover, man.
Okay.
I would say even more, but like I don't want to demoralize anyone.
So Pierre, you would like to go next?
Yeah. Well, this is a tough one because I really like sushi, and when I go to Sushi Train, the only thing.
Sorry.
What do you mean? What?
I mean you can brought the same, but I took it from you.
I will say this: if the only thing that stops me at Sushi Train is my wallet, because I can literally eat without ending. But I'm a big fan of curry, so Indian food, any curry, it doesn't matter. Probably like a goat curry. Goat curry is pretty good. And in terms of, I do like mead as well, but obviously I don't drink alcohol. Maybe that doesn't matter if it is my last meal. You can buy Perłowa. This is a Polish brewery, big one from Lublin, I think. Perłowa mead 0.0. So non-alcoholic. That is a really amazing bezalkoholowe piwo and non-alcoholic beer. But if I can make bear with me. Since there is no
I'm
restraint.
passing out
From what? From hunger or from cold?
from everything.
Since I could drink anything on my last day, it would just be dry red wine. A lot of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dry.
Damn.
Dry red wine.
You're a
Almost
man of
nobody would go for that.
You are a man of a
What
culture.
do you mean?
I mean, nobody. It's such a generalization.
Well, the thing is, because in Poland, I mean, it's getting better in Australia too, and elsewhere in the world, I'm guessing. But like in Poland, I have enough 0.0 alcohol beer, like non-alcoholic beer. I have enough non-alcoholic beer in my day-to-day life that drinking alcoholic beer for me wouldn't be so amazing other than the effect of it. But it's really hard to get good. In fact, it's impossible. It's impossible to find non-alcoholic red wine that tastes like dry red wine, actual. It's impossible. So I would give up my abstinence from alcohol on that last day and just have as much dry red alcoholic wine as my heart's content would please me. So
And that's actually interesting topic.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, if you are going to the gym, would you go to the gym on your last day, if it's a gym day? Because
I go to the gym to slap people that I don't like.
yeah, I know. But yeah, I know. But all these people that goes to the gym like me,
No, you're a good bloke. You'd be fun to go to the gym with. You'd be all right.
man, like
It's the guys that put their camera in front of the mirror in the change room and are there just going like,
and like
recording
I
themselves.
wouldn't go to the
And
gym.
meanwhile, I'm there with my towel, drying myself, going, "What the f? Why are you recording yourself in the mirror? There's naked dudes here, like privacy and all that." And and it's a cold shower because it's so I don't look my best. But yeah, what were we talking about? Last meal. Hey, you
last drink.
last meal. Sorry.
Okay,
Not seafood.
I won't pretend that I was the one who added that to agenda, so I had the most time to be prepared. And to be honest, I came up with that 1 week ago, and each day I was thinking. And I went, maybe that's not super crazy, but I would start with a soup. That would be red borscht, Polish red borscht with smoked beetroots. That would be the first part. The second part would be Neapolitana pizza with nduja. Which is quite popular recently, and if it's well prepared, that would be a killer.
So just hang on, just for the sake of people who aren't Polish, nduja, N-D-U-J-A.
It's I might miss on that one, but
it's like a spicy sausage, right?
but it's Hungarian. I think
Hungarian. Okay.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is. But I might be wrong.
They make good sausages in Poland and in Hungary. That's why they get along so well,
Yeah, and then drink-wise, I would go with Calvados. 20 plus aged Calvados, 20 plus years.
Wait, so what is Calvados?
It's a regional heavy alcohol that comes from France, from a region called Calvados.
Okay.
And what is really really fantastic about Calvados, I think, it's that the finished product is very close to the source, the source ingredient, because it's made only from apples.
Oh.
And it's really after aging, it's really, you can still feel and
so what? It's like a cider.
It is a distillate cider.
Okay.
So it's heavy alcohol, it's 40%, but it's made from cider. So the cider is let's say, the first step of producing that, and then you distill it and age it, and it gets stronger. So it's from cider, which is few percent of alcohol, it goes with aging and distillation, it goes to 40. And it's still very, very apple. You definitely can feel the apples.
I do like I like zero alcohol ciders.
And I'm not, I'm fancy, sophisticated for saying that. It was a coincidence. I know a bit about strong alcohols, but it was a coincidence. My friend took me for a tasting of a whiskey, and they canceled that and didn't let us know. And as a, let's say, they wanted to say sorry, and because of that, they asked us to come for the next date of that tasting, and they gave us 20 years old Calvados, and from heavy alcohols, there's nothing I tasted that was better.
Do you have this?
No, man. It's crazy. I believe it's crazy expensive.
Speaking of stuff that is aged, I would, to my list, I would add like gorgonzola or like a really, really stinky cheese. I can't smell, don't you, Elban? I don't have Yamam Venku.
After COVID?
I feel...
No, I've never been able to smell.
Yeah?
Whoa. Ever. I was born without smell. I bring this up because like I love cheeses that are apparently really, really stinky. So, yeah. That's why I was thinking, when you brought up this Calvados thing that's 20 years plus, I'm thinking, stuff that's like old that gets better with aging is good.
Totally.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us, for joining me, for joining yourselves, for joining us all together on this cold evening. If you enjoyed this podcast episode, give us a like, comment, let us know something wild, if it's about food, if it's about whatever, just say something crazy in the comments,
Yeah, please share what would your last meal be.
Yeah.
That's the good inspiration for starvation when it comes.
And you really will help us if you subscribe to this channel. And to sum up, as always, no one cares as much as no one
band.
leaves.
No one leaves.
We the band.
Cheers.
Have a great one. Chill.